You are now about to witness the awesome, crushing might of the Eugene S. with Robin's one Joe. Breath control. Got it. Welcome to V.396 of the Eugene S Show. I'm your host, Eugene S. Robinson. MPD will never play any of the bands I've been in fucking dust. Anyway, welcome to 396, the first show of the new year, 2026, baby, and we're gonna have Bob Riley sing us in like he has every single week since 2007. His intro along, nothing is wrong. Calling him the Just. His record still available at Revelation Records in Huntington Beach, California. Where? What? When you shoot shit, that's a nightclub. They hit your car with a hammer, and then from your mayor throws them out of town on the rail. In Central Florida, that will never be fail. Like the Tesla restaurant in LA, Johnny Hendrix restaurant, or Anthony Pettis' restaurant. This is obsession financial planners have opening up failing restaurants. Hey, wait a minute. Maybe I gotta open up a failing restaurant. Anyway, listen well. I'm on my way back nowhere. I took my time, but I could not see it so clear. But I'll take it a real fun to do. I'll take it a real good look at your face. I'm on my way back there, boy. So being paid back and for always nothing. All right. Being paid back and for always nothing. Well, I have to tell you, as a result of last week's show, and it being the last show of 2025, and my personal plea for you to up the cash, you know, like one of my favorite songs that 50 Cent has done is "How to Rob." He's how to rob. He's talking about Macy Betta. Get up off that watch now. I mean, right now. I've never robbed anybody, but it always seemed to be like a fun thing to do, maybe. In any case, my clarion cry last week. Oh, it's a cat. My clarion cry from last week to help me help June, so I'm not shouldering the entire $700 burden. Some of y'all came through. I thank you sincerely for that, and those of you who did not, you got to live with yourself. You pieces of shit, you got to live with yourself. You greedy fucks, you got to live with yourself. So outside of that, everybody who donated, thank you for doing so. And is there a reason we have to wait till the end of the month? Do not wait till the end of the month. You can do it sooner than that, like now. That's CashApp. That's Venmo. That's PayPal. That's Zelle. And there are a couple of ones in Spain I haven't gotten quite up to speed with. Bizum is one. Bizum. Man, that sounds like something that you're going to end up in a news story about. Crying when you stand out inside in your bathroom because you lost everything because you invested it in Bizum. Bizum. Well, no, you're right, Enterprise. The breakdown is it had been 400 for this show and 220 for Bad Boss Brief, and then we added a bunch of extra stuff that pushed it up to 700. If you must know, and you know, I don't know. I just pay what she tells me. So she can explain it in the comments if she wants, but it's her business. All I'm asking is to kick in. There are enough of you out there. I know kicking in helps. But anyway, and Mr. Robinson, what how is the new year, right? Yeah, well, if you read the Substack, I know I didn't leave as much time between the publishing and then the show because mostly I'm tired and I'm back at the grind tomorrow. I like to say that I've had, Thanksgiving into Christmas, and that I trained until probably until my mom got out here. So up until the end of November, and then I've only trained a couple of times since then. I've taken this opportunity, this move to. Um, yeah, yeah. If Andre was on vacation, he was definitely involved in snatch and grab, trying to ask you. Oh, listen, I heard from Andre today too. I go, I know what that's called. It's called establishing a fucking alibi. I know. I was talking to Eugene. I had nothing to do with Venezuela. In any case, so I've taken this opportunity with the 6,000 mile move to redefine my relationship with jujitsu. And, I was a 7 day a week guy, early morning, which means the craziest of the crazy. And now I'm deciding if I train 4 days a week, I could be happy with that. 5 days a week, I could be happy with that. 7 days a week, could be happy with that. 2 days a week, I mean, the thing is, I'm a 63-year-old black belt. Where the fuck am I going with this? I'm just 2026 for me will be the year of me not breaking a sweat except for things I'm getting paid to break a sweat for, if that makes sense. So I start training tomorrow because I got the book show January 17th in Ireland. I got a festival in Milan with Buñuel, like January 26th. And then like a week later, I fly to the US and got about 15 shows to do. Um, yeah, yeah, I was a 7 day and holidays. That includes New Year's Eve, Christmas Day. I was there. Yeah, you know what we call that? What is that? The Tom Joad speech from Grapes of Wrath. Whenever there's a big guy pushing around a small guy, I'll be there. Whenever there's somebody Americana in somebody or mother's milking somebody, I'll be there. Whenever there's somebody wrist locking or heel hooking somebody, I'll be there too, helping the bigger guy push around the little guy. No, but I've taken this opportunity to read if I won because uh, I I fit into the ecosystem in a different way at Scramble Academy. It's like they don't need me. They don't need me. They had a seminar there with some person I never heard of. There were like 200 fucking people there. I was like, oh shit. And I talked to Santarius, the owner, Santeria Lilius, I guess the guy's name. He's Finnish. And he says, he goes, oh man, we're sorry, we didn't let you know there's a seminar today. I go, oh. He goes, you can do it or the class. I mean, you got to pay for the seminar. I go, well, how long is it? I said, well, it starts at 10 and it goes until 4. I said, bro, I'm not doing the 6 hours. I love jujitsu, but 6 hours seminar, go fuck yourself. I'm not doing that. Is there a lunch break? Come on, but no, I appreciate it. And they've had a couple of seminars, and they're all equally crowded. It is. Highwell Teague from Flow Grappling is the one who turned me on to this gym. It's the best one in the area, and I agree. It's probably the best one in the area. I see a couple of Muay Thai places and a couple of MMA places, but I'm digging on the vibe. And this point, even though I said when I got my black belt that I thought that I would shift back into boxing, I'm a jujitsu guy till I've not drawn any breath, but I'm comfortable with my newly redefined relationship. Like if I wasn't playing shows, I wouldn't be in shape for playing shows. Being in shape for playing shows means I'm in shape for jujitsu. I might as well use jujitsu to be in shape for playing shows as well as going to the gym as well. So all that stuff. There's a huge rainstorm here now, so the electricity could go out any second. And if it does so, what can I say? You got what you got. The lights went out once already, and I looked out. It's a whole valley. So whatever. It's a huge storm here. It's raining, and so yeah, this is all a West Coast show, and it's crazy. If you look at the routing, I'm going to put out on Monday the final ad mat so you can see where the shows are. But the routing is absolutely it was booked with an eye to making us the most amount of money possible. But even with that, we play like Sacramento, San Diego, San Francisco, LA. I'm just not naming those. I think it's in that order. So it's zing, 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 zing. It's like, oh, bro. And then, of course, we got to play in the Rockies and Denver, a city where I've been almost literally raped every single time we've attempted to play there over the last 40 years, giving it a third chance, third try. And if you remember, if not, you can't down the shillelagh me on my own show. The last time the promoter lied about the show being canceled because they didn't want to have to pay the $900 fee that we were getting, and we said, "Well, let's go see the club anyway." We go to see the club anyway, and of course, there was a show. They just pulled us off the bill because they didn't want to pay. The promoter was all terrified to show up because we're calling, going, "Yo, what the fuck? We're gonna unload our stuff and play." Denver, 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 Denver. But it's high, and so I got to keep it. I live high now up in the hills. So I'm hoping just running the hills here that I can keep in good enough shape. But speaking of shape, okay, so I have redefined my relationship with jujitsu, but still gonna be a fist. I got to keep moving so I don't die. Gestapo, take a drink. Anyway, that's it for the show. It went a little bit over. Coming up now, it's Sunday. Let's see. So this week, Bad Boss Brief will be back on Friday. We decided to take some time off, but we're back on Friday to record the new show. I don't have a decimal piece due for another couple of weeks, so I'm okay. I have not talked to any Venezuelans lately. I should try. And I don't have, it's easy. Oh, I got to go to Madrid on the 8th. I'm going to take the super fast train to Madrid on the 8th. Why? Because I have to go to the U.S. Embassy. Why? I have to do something for the Social Security because I'm old enough now to apply for it. They want me to show up in person, and sadly, all I can think of is Adnan Khashoggi. Because once you get through the gate, you're technically not in Spain anymore. So, so here's hoping I don't get murdered in the next few weeks. Anyway, thanks for listening. Donate some money if you can. Don't leave it all for the last day of the month. That's inefficient. And the kid is well sleeping now, so I'm not going to scream as usual. Maybe the scream to close the show. Maybe that's just a relic of the past at this point. But anyway, look what you made me do! Thought about it.
Thanks for joining us this week for yet another episode of the Show Stomper podcast, featuring your host, Eugene S. Robinson. Be sure to follow Eugene's weekly newsletter, which is a soaring hit at eugenesrobinson.substack.com. If you're still on Twitter, he's at Eugene S. Robinson. While you're at it, follow him on Insta at Mr. Sleep 3, that's the number 3. For more episodes of the show that seemingly never ends, go to showstomper.substack.com and become a subscriber today. Eventually, it will house all the Knuckle Up archives we can locate. We already have all the jiu-jitsu breakdowns for free. Check out Eugene on the Bad Boss Brief podcast every other Wednesday morning, as well as the If the Shoes Fit podcast. Pick up his memoir, A Walk Across Dirty Water and Straight into Murderer's Row today, and be sure to leave him a much appreciated honest Amazon review. are you still there? I'm here too. This is me, June M. Williams, Eugene's producer. The show Stomper has been produced by Original Designs, owned and operated by me, June M. Williams. I provide Eugene with videography, original show graphics, motion graphics, show logos, podcast syndication, social media, and more. I can be reached at orijunels@gmail.com, spelled ORIJUNELS @gmail.com.